Hello, time for another Man and Great book review. Today's book is River Poems, edited by Henry Hughes and published by Alfred A. Knopf in 2022. It's 256 pages. This is a little hardbound, pocket-sized anthology. It's part of the Everman Library Pocket Poets series. And of all of the books in that series, and there's over 100 of them and counting, this one, I think, is probably the most diverse, or certainly one of the most diverse in terms of the poets included, and all about the topic of river. Among the poets in here, well, first of all, we have an excerpt from the Epic of Gilgamesh and from the Bible, but then we have poets including Alexander Pope, Carl Sandburg, Ted Hughes, Louise Glick, Langston Hughes, Louise Erdrich, Oscar Wilde, Edgar Allan Poe, Walt Whitman, T.S. Eliot, Charles Bukowski, Sylvia Plath, Basho, Wendell Berry, Seamus Heaney, and Emily Dickinson. So, huge range of poets. The chapters, their books divided into chapters, kind of broad topics. There's a chapter on troubled waters. There's a chapter on headwaters, rapids, floods and frozen rivers, and deltas. So, various aspects of rivers. I'll read to you one of the poems. They're all very short. This is, again, a pocket-sized book, so the poems are pretty quick. And so this is nice if you want to take this with you and dip into it from time to time. If you're waiting at a train station or in an office or something, or a waiting room for a hospital, whatever, read several of these if you're a poetry fan. I'll read you one of the poems in here. This is a Langston Hughes poem. This is one of his most famous. It's not his most famous poem, but it's certainly one of his famous poems. He wrote this in the 1920s, and it's called "The Negro Speaks of Rivers." I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when the dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. Langston Hughes, one of his poems on rivers. So if this subject appeals to you, if you're a fan of rivers and you're a poetry fan, you'll certainly enjoy this book. Again, very wide range of poets, short poems, usually only 3 or 4 stanzas. Sometimes it's a couple of pages, but most of them are on one page. And it's a nice little pocket-sized book. It's hardbound, and it's got a ribbon here to bookmark for you. So if you're a fan of poetry, this is certainly a good book to take with you and learn and read up about river poetry. The book is River Poems. The editor is Henry Hughes. This has been another Man and Great book review. Thanks for watching.